Always tracking, always alerting. Here's your Storm Track 15 weather.
Welcome back. It is 5:47 if you're just joining us this morning. Hope you're off to a great start. It's a little damp outside as we start things off.
Yeah, and also still dark out there. Storm Track 15 meteorologist Adam Olivier has the update on your morning conditions.
Yeah, and it's very cold out there, especially with some wind blowing and moving some mist about the area too. This is a live view from our Queen City The Teche camera in New Iberia atop the Community First Bank building. We have low clouds off in the distance. Some damp roadways there too, but that mist is going to be sticking around, eventually turning to some rain chances. Now, out the door right now, definitely want the jacket. I mean, we're in the 30s here in Ville Platte and Opelousas, 41 in Jennings, 43 in Lafayette, 45 in New Iberia. Lots of clouds continuing to spill on in, and a big winter system back out to our north and west. Now, the good news, we're not going to have to worry about any of this icy weather. That's what's showing up here in that pink coloration. But we will have to watch for some showers and then eventually thunderstorms. Around here right now, we're not seeing anything showing up on radar outside of some occasional mist. But that's going to be changing. Here's a look at the setup. We have a stalled front in the Gulf of Mexico. Now that moved through yesterday and brought us a colder weather throughout the day. It's still just hanging about the coast. Later on today, models are indicating it'll try to make an approach closer to the Louisiana coastline. As it does so, we may see temperatures bump up a little. If it doesn't really move that much, then we may stay right where we're at pretty much all day long. But by 6 p.m., notice most of the rain has still just stayed to our north. As we get into the overnight hours, though, we're going to start watching this front because back on the tail end of it, you'll notice an area of low pressure that starts to develop here. And as we get into the early morning hours tomorrow, that is going to start feeding some very heavy rain into our area. And look at this, by 9 o'clock, some intense rain, showers, and thunderstorms all across Acadiana. That trend continues throughout the day. By 2 p.m., more of that starting to form on off as this starts to push on off to the east, this whole system. Now behind it, some very strong winds out of the north, and that could lead to some really cold weather as we head into the weekend. Now, the flood potential for tomorrow is a level 2 risk, especially for areas north of I-10, meaning that we could have some of that flood concern across the area as we get some of those showers and storms just sitting on top of us. Today, at best, temperatures will get into the upper 40s. And tonight, they're not going to move much, staying in the mid-40s generally. Tomorrow, we may be a little bit warmer as that area of low pressure approaches our region, but still 54 with rain and thunder. It's not looking pretty. Next 3 days, well, at least we see finally some quieter weather there as we head into the day on Friday, and sunshine returns just in time for your weekend. We'll watch for a light freeze and frost on Saturday, and then a big warm-up going into next week.
I think we're owed a dry weekend after going through all these wet days.
Wet and cold, yeah.
Yeah. All right, thank you, Adam.